The Big Bang Theory is a hugely popular show I've watched many times. There's a well-known YouTube video discussing the show's alleged adorkable misogyny. As an anti-feminist woman, I want to pose a different question. Could The Big Bang Theory actually be misandrous? To be clear, I don't genuinely believe that the show is misogynistic or misandrous. This is a critical reading, an analysis of how the show reflects a form of casual, socially accepted misandry that rarely gets acknowledged. My name is Zarina Matcha, and you're watching The Rational Female. If you enjoy my content, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the premise. Four nerdy men who are socially awkward and hopeless with women all hang out together. Leonard becomes obsessed with Penny, the attractive girl next door. Penny is consistently drawn to hypermasculine, reckless men. She mocks the nerdy interests of the main male characters, and once she starts dating Leonard, she frequently makes subtle digs at him. There are recurring jokes about how she's settled and how she's far more attractive than he is. The male characters fall into two categories: hypermasculine studs, i.e. Penny's exes and the men who bully the group, and socially inferior losers, i.e. men who feel grateful for even minimal female attention. There's no middle ground, no regular men with normal confidence and decent social skills, which in reality describes most men. I write romance books, and the male characters in my books are just regular guys at university. They're not one of these two extremes. Over the series, Sheldon, Leonard, and Howard do eventually get married, but characters like Stuart remain socially excluded, romantically unsuccessful, and are often framed as creepy or pathetic. He's never truly part of the group. Raj's selective mutism is also treated almost entirely as a punchline. He struggles the most with women, and is the only one who never ends up in a committed relationship. The audience is just expected to laugh and move on. This is what I'd call casual misandry, the mockery of male sexual insecurity, social awkwardness, and romantic failure. Many self-described nerds actually dislike the show for that reason. It often feels less like representation and more like ridicule. Compare that to Community, where Abed's nerdiness is framed as intelligent and interesting rather than laughable. There's also a subtle depiction of autism throughout the show. Autism is primarily diagnosed in men, and autistic men are stereotyped as awkward, undesirable, and bad with women. So it's fair to ask, is the show quietly mocking them too? Are women like Penny watching this and laughing at men they'd never date? This ties into a common red pill narrative. Women spending their formative years with alpha men and then settling down with beta providers. Rollo Tomassi discusses this extensively in The Rational Male. From my own dating experience, most men aren't alpha or beta caricatures. They're just normal men. I don't see this extreme divide play out in real life, but I do think modern masculinity is in serious decline, and feminism has played a major role in that. Check out my video on the masculinity crisis, which discusses this. Penny fits this red pill trope perfectly. She spends her 20s with reckless men and then marries Leonard, a softer, dependable provider. This pattern is increasingly common, and we now see that around 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Many modern women either reject marriage entirely or enter it dissatisfied, often resenting the men they chose. In the season 3 finale, Penny drunkenly sleeps with Leonard after dating Zach, the stereotypical dumb alpha. Leonard attempts similar behavior with Penny and Leslie Winkle and fails. The message is clear. Sexual double standards are normal, expected, and unchallenged. Again, we see men framed as either intelligent but undesirable or attractive but stupid, a false dichotomy that doesn't reflect reality. There is also the depiction of toxic female behavior towards the man. Leonard's mother is emotionally abusive, cold, dismissive, and narcissistic. This is rarely acknowledged in feminist critiques, yet it's genuinely uncomfortable to watch. Priya is also emotionally manipulative. When she and Leonard agree to a long-distance relationship, he feels highly guilty about kissing another woman. Yet Priya cheats on Leonard by sleeping with her ex-boyfriend, and she doesn't care about this at all. Imagine if Leonard had slept with Penny. Priya would kill him. Bernadette starts out kind and warm, then becomes increasingly harsh and domineering towards Howard. This is constantly played for laughs, despite mirroring many modern marriages where male unhappiness is treated as a joke. Amy is the only main female character portrayed as socially awkward and less attractive. Some argue this is misogynistic, but I'd argue it's unfair to men. The show implies that men either want a hot bimbo or a plain intellectual woman. Plus, as mentioned, the same rigid framing applies to men, attractive and stupid, or smart and socially inept. So technically, the show is just as misandrist as it is allegedly misogynistic. Overall, I genuinely enjoy The Big Bang Theory as light entertainment. It's comfort TV and it's cheered me up many times. But I find it telling that feminist critiques obsess over alleged misogyny while ignoring how consistently men are belittled, emotionally mistreated, or reduced to jokes. There's little acknowledgement of how much these men tolerate, support, and sacrifice, or how rarely their struggles are taken seriously.